Roger Federer has his string of 11 straight games snapped as Roddick finally with a hold, but it's Federer leading by 2 sets and a break. And should he win tonight, he will set an open record 7 consecutive appearances in a Grand Slam final. As he seeks his 35th consecutive match win and his 47th match win in a slam in the last 48 matches.
He talked, Dick, about the fact that, maybe Andy Roddick had drawn confidence from that 3-set win he had over Roger just before the Australian Open started, even though it didn't count. It was an exhibition.
But I also thought, that might inspire Federer. I'll let him win those exhibitions, but that might be a lesson for me. He is getting better. There's another review.
It's on the line. It's an ace. See, that's the thing. And Roddick played very well. I watched it. I watched that exo. But again, it didn't count. What we're seeing from Roger tonight, this exhibition counts.
And this is an exhibition. I've been at it 50 years in a lot of sports, and I've seen a lot of goodness and a lot of very good. But it thrills me to see greatness, and I'm sorry for Roddick, but the privilege to watch someone in his sport be so outstanding, it gives me shivers.
You've had a good seat at every big sport there is, Dick, so coming from you, that's saying something.
I just shake my head and marvel at someone that is in the same human race and be that good at something that it's beyond description. Speaking of that Kooyong exhibition that Roddick won 6-2, 3-6, 6-3, there were some comments afterwards that proved to be interesting as we watch this match tonight.
I dare say you'd perhaps swap this victory for a similar sort of result in 2 weeks' time, but I also suspect that any win over Roger is a great one.
Yeah, am I allowed to do that? No offense to everyone I just thanked, but is that you want to do, we can do that if you want here.
And he got it like a fondue set too for a prize. What a trophy.
Yeah, both men have a great sense of humor, and Roddick has reflected that, and it's been a good companion for him. He's going to need it tonight.
He just cannot make Federer feel his game. And that's got to be frustrating. He's been practicing so hard. He's been training so well. That on the line.
ING bringing us those shot spot replays.
It's just not making much of an impression on Roger. That's a nice hit. You can just hear the crack of the ball off the strings on that Roddick volley. And he will really have to improve this part of his game, Dick. And I'm sure he will, because he'll be up there more. This match would be going a lot better for Andy Roddick if it were being played on grass. The ball skids around, and his serve is more effective. That was a miss-hit return. And that, oh, come on.
Come on, you're paid to describe it. Come on, react here.
15-4.
Yeah, the tennis council might want to convene and see if they can send Federer to a higher league. Look at those winners. While just shutting down Roddick. Change the shirt. That color reflecting undoubtedly the mood of Andy Roddick.
He'll have to make those approach shots better, too.
Another break of service by Roger Federer. Cruising along. 2 more games, and he'll be in another Grand Slam final.
While shopping for a car today, what to my surprise, I searched until I found a site you'll want to memorize. .com to shop for cars online. Now go online and choose a car from dealers where you live. It's fast, it's easy, and the deals are quite competitive. .com to shop for cars online.
For a new or used car, simply log on today, drive home tomorrow.
.com to shop for cars online. .com to shop for cars online.
Everywhere you turn, there it is. Maybe you're just seeing things. Well, you're not alone. Something new is in town. Roadrunner High-Speed Online, only from Time Warner Cable. So chances are you'll see Roadrunner coming into a lot of homes near you.
Roadrunner High-Speed Online is here, and it's only from Time Warner. Call now, 972-PIC-TWC.
Roadrunner High-Speed Online from Time Warner Cable.
Back in Melbourne, 9 o'clock in the evening. We're live, and very much alive is the world's #1 player, Roger Federer. A 2-set lead and up 4-1 here in the third of the semifinals against Andy Roddick. Federer having it all his way. Well, Luke Jensen, you've watched a parade of a lot of outstanding tennis athletes. What's your thoughts?
Well, it's just outstanding play from Roger. You've been hitting everything right on. But I really want to point out one thing. Andy Roddick hasn't given up at all on any single point. Yes, he did get frustrated and parked the ball outside the stadium. But he never let go mentally. He's still in this match. He's trying everything possible within his means just to win points. I think we got to, congratulate him because he could easily give up.
I'll tell you what, I don't think he could easily give up, Luke, now that he's got Jimmy Connors at his side. He wants to show Connors that he knows what it takes to be a champion, that he is willing to do everything. Look, Jimmy Connors, he was about as rough a customer out there, even if he was getting killed. And Andy wants to show Jimmy that he's got the same kind of heart and the same kind of commitment, and he's not going to give up.
And it's a really good sign to junior players who, everyone's been there. Mary, you've been there. I've been there. If you compete in this game, you get spanked. But you can't give in. You can't give up. You just have to learn from the experience.
Why not challenge, says Roddick. And it paints the line. Crowd reacting like, sure. Why, of course it does. Even a wrinkle of a smile from Connors.
At this point, Jimmy's probably, even Jimmy, who believes in Andy, and that's why he's signed on with him. He's got to be watching this with, at best, good-humored fatalism. I'm not sure Jimmy's ever seen anyone this good.
God damn everything is sorry, God.
Correcting his profanity in midstream as Federer goes up 5-1 in the third.
This is like a couple of years ago this is what Federer did to Leighton Hewitt at the U.S. Open. And in fact, he dropped some love sets on Leighton there, and at Wimbledon he got him at, that's to be able to dismiss someone that is considered to be one of your rivals like that. It's something to see.
There's the double bagel that he laid on Hewitt in New York. As you'll recall, in that first set early, some uncharacteristic, unforced errors by Federer cost him a break back when he had the lead early.
Well, look at him dance.
But
look at him dance.
That becomes his 42nd winner with the 11 unforced errors in the match. 11. Roddick, last for Yorick, 10 winners and 17 unforced. Now, the fans want to go home seeing Roddick at least win one more game.
I'm just delighted that Federer will raise everybody else's game. It's the only chance they've got.
His fourth ace.
And all these guys have just been like wailing from the baseline. They're going to know that they're going to have to try more, do more, get better from different parts of the court. He's not only going to raise his game, he's going to raise their games.
He just makes you hit another shot, Federer. 40-30. And it's true of team sports. It's the beauty of sport that when you get a dominant team or player, everyone else has to come up. And that's good for us. That's good for us. Whether it's the Boston Celtics, the New York Yankees, the UCLA Bruins, you make everyone else be better. And Roddick with a game. And these fans applaud what he's given to this Australian Open this year. Some terrific tennis. And we're one game away from a Federer visit to the finals.
Gravity will propel this Lexus IS over 4,000 feet in a matter of seconds. This Lexus IS will attempt to cover the same distance even faster. The 306 horsepower Lexus IS 350. So much for gravity. Attractive leases available on all 2007 IS models for a limited time at your Lexus dealer.
A rich round of applause from these 15,000 as these two semifinalists took the court again. Federer for his continuing brilliance and Roddick for putting up the fight. How do you put in words what Roddick must feel?
Without cursing?
Dismantled. Yes, without cursing. Just totally dismantled by Federer's complete game. 2 points from the end. To a point here at the Australian Open to force a tie-break set against Federer is a moral victory as he swept through this now his sixth opponent and 3 match points. tasty taste of that forehand, and Federer is in his 7th consecutive Grand Slam final, an open record. Bravo, Mom. Well, she's got tears in the semis.
This is the first time they've come to Australia. America's been watching this stuff for years. This is the first time his parents have made this trip. And he's surely making it worth their while. A little bit of a show-off, frankly. You know, you try to discourage that with your children.
And he is well-bred. Andy Roddick, the slow walk back to the locker room, and the post-match visit with Jimmy Connors. It's been a successful trip to Australia for Roddick, and he'll take away some very good things. And we liked a lot what we saw, especially in that Murat Safin win 2 rounds ago. So, as expected, the number one, Wonder One, that's maybe better, is to the finals, and we'll meet either Tommy Haas or Fernando Gonzalez, and you'll see that match live tomorrow at 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 12:30 Pacific Time. And the finals then will be live on Sunday night here. What will be our time back in the States for the men's final? 3:30 in the morning for that as well. Roger Federer. The name alone conjures up all you want in greatness.
If you're a man over 50, it's time to take the Avidart quiz. Are you always going? Do you have trouble going? Are you going at night? Maybe you think you have a going problem. But what if it's a growing problem? What if it's not your bladder, but instead you have an enlarging prostate? 50% of men over 50 do. And you may be able to do something about that going and growing. With Avidart, most medicines only treat symptoms. Avidart, with time, actually shrinks the prostate and improves urinary symptoms. Only your doctor can tell if your symptoms are from an enlarged prostate and not a more serious condition, such as prostate cancer. So have regular prostate exams. Avidart is for men only. Women should not take or handle Avidart due to the risk of a specific birth defect. Tell your doctor if you have liver disease. Rarely, sexual side effects, tenderness, or swelling of the breast can occur. Have you called your doctor? Avidart, for your growing problem.
Friday, Wizards Pistons, 7 Eastern on ESPN.
Hey, these guys joined my team and lost weight. Mike Golick, 51 pounds. Sean Salisbury, 35 pounds. Scott Conover, 100 pounds.
Hey, Marino, I lost 32 pounds.
Get real results with Nutrisystem for Men.
Well, my wife told me I'm not as disgusting to her as I used to be.
Call or go online now to get 4 weeks of awesome food. Plus, through this special offer, you'll also get an extra week of hearty meals free.
Burgers, pizzas, lasagna, pot roast. Eat like a man and still lose weight.
Our secret is the breakthrough science of the glycemic advantage that separates good carbs from bad. Now carbs are no longer off limits.
Nutrisystem worked for me. Trust me, it'll work for you.
About $10 a day gets you 4 weeks of rib-sticking meals.
Pick up the phone and lose weight.
Order our 4-week men's program and get an extra 7 breakfasts, lunches, dinners, and desserts. A full week of food and a $70 value absolutely free. So call now.
And welcome back. Roger Federer is disposed of Andy Roddick and his hopes of improved effort, but it's another chapter in the successful Federer book, as he's now 13-1 in his head-to-head encounters with the American, and he was the most impressive. You know, I've run out of adjectives. I mean, the superlatives that you throw on this guy, and we're not going overboard.
And yeah, we're still not meeting the challenge, are we?
It's but it is. I think your point is really well taken, and I think that's something that we can all hope for as fans, that he is so doggone good that everyone has to get better, and they have to try to be better, and Roddick is an example of that happening. And that'll make Federer better probably, and 5 years from now it'll be 30 major championships. But meanwhile, the Lexus tip of the day, tip of the hat is what I'll give you.
That was just, I mean, from everywhere. On his serve, on his return, on his passing shots. He has absolutely the largest tennis vocabulary of anyone who's ever played. And I feel pretty good about saying that. But Andy Roddick could not have felt too good about facing that.
Yeah, and you got to go back to the drawing board and figure out something else. Keep working on, perhaps, on what he's improving upon under Jimmy Connors, and it'll be interesting to see if the other two fellas, Haas and Gonzalez, whoever emerges out of the other half into the finals on Sunday, whether they'll have some better answers.
Well, I think Gonzalez has a real shot because Fernando Gonzalez, we've been watching him play here for almost 2 weeks. He is such an improved player. He used to have no defense. He just was a wild man. You know, Gonzo, you couldn't sit too close to the court when he played in the old days.
Wear a batting helmet.
Now this guy, believe it or not, his numbers, you know, on into the semis are even better than Rogers, and he's already beaten so many good players, including Rafael Nadal, including James Blake, including Leighton Hewitt. I have a sense that he will beat Tommy Haas tomorrow. Maybe not, but if he goes up against Roger, I think we'll see some brilliance on both sides of the court.
Now, one thing we all expected, and that was what's happened. Roger Federer would get through to the finals and defend his Australian Open championship, and that has happened. A record 7 straight Slam finals now for Federer. What we didn't expect when we came to Melbourne was Serena Williams, number 80.